Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel where I talk about everything. My life experiences, bullshit, it's just everything. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe if you like my story times. Today's story time is based in real life experiences. Everything is based in real life experiences here on my YouTube channel. Well, this story time is about my little ghost boy. And I call him my little ghost boy because it's a little ghost boy and he follows me around, so I guess he's mine. This little ghost boy has been following me for about over 10 years now. I moved around a lot as a child, and my dad had gotten this good opportunity in this dairy farm to work as a veterinarian, and he was like, I'm taking it. So right away I left in the middle of the year. I was supposed to go to science camp down here in Riverside for 6th grade, and I abruptly moved to Bakersfield where they already had fucking science camp in 5th grade. So I didn't go to science camp at all. I was super pissed. I sold all those chocolates for nothing. but he had this great opportunity to work for this farm, and the farm had houses within the farm. So they were going to give him a house to live at, like, for free, and he got to work there. All he had to do was maintain the house. So that was great. Not to me, because I'm thinking about my friends. I'm thinking about, oh my god, I don't want to move to this place. And then I moved to this place, there's a fucking ghost. Like, fuck. I have to put a lot of beeps. Beep, beep. On my cussing. So we move into this dairy farm house. And this house is in the middle of nowhere. It's in the middle of all these cornfields, almond fields. Our neighbor is like a mile away this way. Our next neighbor is a mile away that way. It's a dark ass street. It's a dark ass house. We pull up to the house to like see it. It looks scary. And I like scary shit. I always think like, oh my god, what happened here before? What ghosts are here? And I guess that was the perfect house to do that too, because there was somebody there. The house had 2 rooms and one big living room and a big kitchen. My parents picked their room and I picked my room. My room was nice. It was spacious. Their room was nice and spacious as well. What is that? Oh my god, that scared me. It was the cat. Oh my god, it scared the shit out of me. My mom and I would argue all the time, every morning, about getting up to go to school, and just, it was chaotic. Like, she would be outside honking like beep 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 beep. I'm still inside getting ready. So we were arguing a lot one of these mornings, getting ready to go to school. We were arguing. She had gone outside before I did. It was honking, and I was so annoyed, frustrated and stuff. I'm picking up my duffel bag because I had soccer practice and stuff, and I'm putting my duffel bag, and I'm like, oh, and opened the door to my room, and I walk out. There's like a little hallway, my parents' room, the restroom. So I'm getting out, and I have to walk towards the living room and get out. But as soon as I open the door, and I'm like mad, I'm not even thinking about anything. Like, I'm just like thinking about getting out so she could stop honking. So I'm not thinking about nothing. Like, you know when you are alone in the house and you're like, oh my god, like, what if something scary happens? Like, I was so mad that she was honking at me that I wasn't paying attention to none of that. So that's what scared me even more when this happened. I open the door and I hear mama, like mommy or mama, like right in my ear, not far away, like right in my ear. And I went, and then as soon as I look this way, they say it again on this ear. So I'm like, and I went back into my room, like, shoo! I went back into my room, closed the door, instantly started crying because what the hell was that? I instantly started crying. My mom's still outside honking like, babe, Yoshi. And I'm like, I don't even care nothing about that. I don't care if I'm late to school. Something just spoke to me in my ears and thinks I'm their mother. I'm 12 years old. I'm nobody's mother. So I start crying instantly. My mom's mad that I'm still not outside. I'm scared as fuck inside. I don't even want to go I don't want to go outside my room because what if whatever it is there? So I'm freaking out. My heart is beating super fast. I call one of my best friends at the time. I don't know if it was Esmeralda or Jasmine, but I call them and I'm like, stay on the phone with me, like some paranormal shit just happened right now. And they were like, what are you talking about? And I was like, I just heard like a little boy call me mom to both my ears. And they were like, what? No way. But I'm crying. And my mom's honking. I'm like, shit, I have to get out. Stay on the phone with me until I get in the car. They're like, all right, no, cool, you're good. And I'm like getting the balls to run out of my room and out through the living room and like, getting the fuck out of there. So I do that. I open the door, run, get in the car. My face is like crying. So my mom is like, why are you crying? What's wrong? And I tell her, a little ghost boy just talked to me in my ear. He called me mom on both ears. Like, it's so scary. Like, it was like a real ghost paranormal experience. You know what she told me? She told me, well, that's what you get for not getting up early for school. The ghost doesn't care about that. He just wanted to scare me. What did you mean? Like, he doesn't even know my schedule. Oh, he lives with me. He probably does. But I was like, how do you just brush it under the rug like that? Like, a ghost literally just spoke to me and I'm crying. And you're telling me that it's because I'm late to school. Go figure. After that incident, he started making himself present way more. In my room, I have bad kidneys, so sometimes I sleep on the floor. And so I would put a pillow on the floor, well, a blanket and a pillow on the floor, and then I would sleep on the floor. And while I was falling asleep, when you're like in that lucid sleep or lucid, I don't know how you call it, half awake, half asleep, or más dormido que despierto sleep. And I was on the pillow and I feel myself go shh, and my leg is like extended, like if it was pulled, and I'm trying not to freak out because I just don't want to freak out. And I look up at the pillow. I definitely moved because I was on the pillow, and it wasn't that dream where you're falling off of a building, so you it was not that. I literally got pulled while I was like falling asleep. So what I did is I just pulled my leg back up, and I was like, what is this? So then, because I like paranormal stuff, but it was creepy at the same time because it was happening to me. So it was scary at the time, but then when you think about it and you talk about it, like, oh my god, that is so cool. Or what is that? Like, more curiosity. So I would invite my middle school friends over for a sleepover, and then I would tell them about the little ghost boy, and then that would make them want to, like, see if anything occurred more. So when they would sleep over, I had teddy bears and stuff, like teddy bears all over my floor and my walls and stuff. And I had a bunch of Justin Bieber posters. My friends would be like, oh, tell the little ghost boy to do something or say something or just taunt him. So I would start asking the little boy if he could knock. And he would knock on the bed or just on anything. He would knock. And they started freaking out and crying, like instant tears. Also, I think a teddy bear moved one time. It was like on the corner, and then I started manifesting him, like telling him like, hey little boy, can you do something? And he does something. I haven't done it in a while because it's scary. I'm more scared now than I was then. I was a little savage. I don't know who this little ghost boy is. I don't know what he wants. Have I asked him? Yes. Has he told me what he wants? No. Why does he think I'm his mom? I don't know. Why do I call him my little ghost boy still if I don't live in Bakersfield anymore? Is because what I noticed is that he follows me or my family, but more me, because I moved away from my parents as well, and I saw him around here in the apartment. So, or he made his presence known. What did he do when I got here? He ran. I was chilling on the couch, and then he ran across while I was recording a video for Snapchat. So I'll make another video of the content that I've gotten of him, because I also have a picture of him sitting on the couch, but it's on the camera, and I haven't figured out how to like input that in here. I could just show you, but probably won't work. He is an old school little boy. He looks like an old little boy, not an old looking little boy, more like a back in the day looking little boy. He has little spandex and his hair is parted to the side. He has a white shirt and like shorts with the socks that go all the way up to here. I took a picture of him. I had gotten a camera for whatever reason, and I started taking pictures around my mom's house where she lives at now, and he appeared. So he's still here, and it's been since like 2011 that I lived in Bakersfield. The way that he let me know that he was going to follow me everywhere that I went was by right away letting me know that he was there. We moved from Bakersfield to Riverside in around like 2013. We had just gotten to a new place, and I wanted to shower, and I started showering. I locked the door, I started showering. And you know how you never want to close your eyes when you have shampoo because of the scary movie, how like you close your eyes, there's something behind you or whatever. I never like to close my eyes because I feel like as soon as I close them, like there's like a ghost in front of me or like something scary is gonna happen when I open my eyes. And that's exactly what happened. I was so flabbergasted. I was showering and I opened my eyes, and my eyes went straight to the corner of the cortina of the shower, and I saw two little hands just pushing up against the see-through shower curtains. I swear I saw those two little hands going like this towards me. I started flipping the out. I was screaming. My heart was beating so fast. Like I was crying. I didn't even want to unlock the door or run out because I was thinking like, oh my god, he's on the other side of the curtain. Like, what the fuck? And my mom is on the phone with my tia, and she's like trying to open the door to the restroom because I'm screaming. And she's like, ¿Qué tienes? ¿Qué tienes? And then my tia's like, what's wrong? Who's screaming? And my mom's like, es la Yossi, pero tiene la puerta con seguro, no puedo entrar. Yossi, ¿qué tienes? Yossi, ¿qué tienes? And I'm like screaming in the shower, like, like, I'm not opening this. Yo no voy a abrir la puerta. Like, I'm not opening this door right now because what the, like, I didn't want to tell her through screaming wise because I couldn't even believe it. So I start, trying to gather myself together in the shower naked, like, okay, like, don't want to stay in here forever. So, and I want my mom to come in because it'll feel a little safer, but I don't want to even stick my hand out there and switch the knob because I'm that scared of it. Like, I just saw 2 little baby hands, like little boy hands, like coming towards me. Like, how do you explain that? In what parallel universe? Spiritual, like what was the reason? I managed to build the courage to unlock it, and I unlock it, but I'm still like, and my mom comes in and she's like, no, pues que tienes? And I was like, the little ghost boy, like, the little ghost boy is here. I kept saying the little ghost boy is here, the little ghost boy is here. And she was like, ¿Dónde? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué dices eso? And I was like, I was showering and I saw his little 2 hands coming in. She's like, no mames, Yassi. And I was like, no, for real, like, why would I be like hysterical like this? And then she told my tia, and my tia was like, oh my god. And Mexican families love scary stories and all that, so they were living for it. And low key, so was I. But in that moment, you're scared as shit. In that moment, when shit just happens, when shit just goes down, your heart drops to your ass, and then after the fact, you're like, oh, wow, what was that? It always happens. Always happens. One time, one of my cousins came down from Arizona. She spent a couple of nights with me, and I told her about my little ghost boy. And she was super, what is that word? Skeptic? Yeah. When you don't believe in stuff. She was super skeptic about my whole little ghost boy. And I was like, all right, let's try it. So we were sitting on my bed. My bed was wooden, and my parents were asleep. Everyone was asleep. It was just me and her up. It was like around midnight-ish, 11-ish, midnight-ish. And she was like, make it do something. Make it do something. Make it do something. And I was like, all right, I got you. I was like, little ghost boy, can you knock? Can you knock on the bed? Behold, you hear like 3 knocks. You hear 3 knocks. Instantly, the same way that it happened to me, the same way that it happened to my friends who like saw the little teddy bear move and all that, instantly tears were like running down her face, and she like felt his presence. And that's why I think it's that he's really there and he's really listening to me, because it hits people like that, like instantly. Like, there's no second guessing. Like, they're not like, nah, or they laugh. They don't do that. Like, they instantly feel fear. And that makes me a little scared, because it's like, who is this little boy and what does he want? He used to mess around with my control remote channels all the time. When I used to watch cable and stuff, I would be super mad because he would always change the channels, and I would be like, stop, can you please stop? And I told my mom, like, something's wrong with the remote, something's wrong with the caja, with the cable box, like, we need to switch it. And we would call the cable company, because it was free to, like, if you break your remote, or you just have to pay like $35 or something, you switch it, you get another box, you switch it, you get another remote. We switched both because we told them the issue that we were having with the channels keep getting changed, like the button must be fucked up, something must be messed up, the sensor, I don't know. But we got brand new everything again, and it kept happening. And I was like, this has to be some type of energy, right? Because ghosts, they feed off of energy, like power and stuff. So I was like, little ghost boy, I started talking to him like, can you please stop changing my channels? Damn, like, for real, I'm trying to watch the Bad Girls Club and you're changing to fucking Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. So I started getting frustrated with this little boy. I started showing no fear towards him. It was more just like if he was like a freaking roommate, and it was so annoying. Like not even a roommate changes your channels as much as this motherfucker would change my channels. So I just started like cussing at him. I started being like, what the fuck, little ghost boy? Like, shit, stop. Like, you're annoying as. Then I stopped paying attention to him. I started getting distracted with other stuff. But every now and then, he lets me know that he's here. He's present. Like I said, I took a picture of him at my mom's house where she lives at right now. And she doesn't even live in Riverside. So he follows me. Why did he pick me? I don't know. And you know what's also creepy? That I heard that demons like to disguise themselves as little children ghosts. For what? Why? And like, is this a demon? I kind of want to ask him. That's scary. This is the moment where my heart drops to my ass. Honestly, I don't know what this little ghost boy wants from me. I went to a psychic in Riverside, and no sirvió. I don't think she was a psychic, because I asked her. I wasn't giving her too much information because I wanted to see what she was going to tell me, you know, as she should. But if they're like fake or they're not real psychics, like they can't really tell you anything about what you're going through or your life. They just kind of go off of what you're telling them, and then they tell you some really common things that could apply to you. I wanted someone who can like see me and instantly be like, you're getting followed by this ghost boy because X, Y, and Z. Well, she wasn't able to tell me that. But I haven't gone to anybody else to ask that. I got a Ouija board. It goes like more. I got a Ouija board, and everyone always told me to never get a Ouija board because you invite spirits that are not the spirits that you want to talk to, right? I've seen this before. I've seen it in the movie. I've seen it in The Haunted, in the Discovery Channel, everything. But I had to try it. So I went to Spencer's and I bought a Ouija board, and I was like, I have a ghost boy and he obviously tries to communicate. Why wouldn't he communicate with this? It has a whole alphabet and he could use it, right? It's meant for the ghosts. So I bought it. I used it and it didn't work. It didn't work. And I was so confused because he's talked before. I've heard him. He sounds like a little boy. I've taken a picture of him before. He looks like a little boy. When I was sitting on the couch recording my little Snapchat video, he ran past me. So it's like an orb looking, phantom looking, white mist looking thing. I'll try to find, I'll find the video and I'll insert it in another video because I have a lot of my gallery is like tippy toppy. So it'd be like, but he's here and I hope he doesn't get mad that I made this video. He didn't use the Ouija board to communicate with me, and I was low-key disappointed that it didn't work. It didn't work with him. It didn't work with any ghosts. So I was like, does the Ouija board even work? Is it real? Does this Ouija board not have a ghost and antenna to communicate? I don't know. It didn't work. If Ouija boards have worked for you, comment down below and let me know. Because it didn't work with me. It didn't even, nothing. And I wasn't going to fake it like, oh my god, it moved. I want the real deal. So I wasn't able to ask nothing. It didn't work. That's just weird. When I find the videos of the little ghost boy running across the living room when I was Snapchatting, I'll upload them in another video. I also do have some other paranormal experiences that I definitely want to share. Oh, then I'll put everything in there. But I'll put that one. I'll put the picture of when he's sitting down on the couch. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, I think it's pretty much just the picture and me, because I heard it myself and I've seen it myself. So you just gotta believe me. If you don't believe me, then that's fine. Shit, I ain't got a lie to kick it. If you enjoyed this paranormal story, or there was a lot of little paranormal stories within this story, because it's just, he's with me. He's here, and I don't know when he's gonna leave, if he's ever gonna leave, what his intentions are. I don't know. If anybody knows anyone who can tell me what he wants or why he's here, let me know. Comment down below, because I'm curious. But my mom always says, curiosidad mató al gato. Curiosity killed the cat. No, my mom buried it. My mom buried my Ouija board. They found it one day. They went in my room, and my mom likes to go through all my shit. Everything that I own, she has to know what I have. She was going through my cajones, and I put the Ouija board in a black bag, and I tied it. I thought it was fine. And then I come home, and she's like, tienes una ouija, eso es del demonio. Te dije que no jugaras con eso. ¿Cómo puedes hacer esto? They're the #1 people who told me to not fuck with that shit. And I'm over here fucking with it. But it's just because I'm that curious. She was like, well, she didn't want to feel like she was taking something that I bought with my own money away from me. But she kept telling me how it's not good to keep it with you, that it will like attract evil spirits, or it would be a portal for an evil spirit. But I told her straight up, like, Mom, no sirvió. Like, it didn't work. Like, relax. Like, it didn't work. If anything, we already have the spirits. We've been had the spirits before I even bought this Ouija. If anything, I thought this Ouija would help me communicate with the spirits that are already here in this house, but they didn't want to talk. They didn't want to talk. She was like, oh my god, Josie, what the fuck? Like, you're mad that it didn't work? I'm just a little disappointed. I just wanted a hi, or what's up? I told her that if it made her feel better, because she didn't want to have it there in the house, and she didn't want to have me to have it. She felt like unease about it just being in my possession. So I told her that she could do whatever she wants with it. It didn't work anyway. She could throw it away, or she could burn it, or she could do whatever. And she was like, oh no, if you burn the Ouija board, it'll come back times like 10, like whatever, it'll come back pissed and like all bad. And I was like, okay, then you can do whatever you want with it. So she buried it. Where she buried it, I don't know. And she's never gonna tell me, because then she thinks that I'm gonna go and unbury it and stuff, which maybe. Good thing for not telling me. Little ghost boy, knock. Show yourself. If you like this paranormal story, please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, because I have many more stories to tell.